Guys, welcome. This little video here, we're just going to do a little comparison here between a bladed iron and what we call a game improvement or a cavity back iron. As you appreciate on the market, there's lots of different sort of head shapes, sizes, trying to aim irons to different levels of golfers with how they spread their strike pattern on the golf club face. So what I've got here is a Mizuno new MP5, the full out blade, the tour iron, which is an absolute beautiful looking golf club. And then also Mizuno's more game improvement iron, the JPX 850. So you can see clearly here the difference of the sole here. So a lot thicker on the JPX against the bladed one. So obviously aimed at completely different players here, but maybe what I just want to test here and just head to head, you know, how much more help does the cavity back iron give us over the bladed iron. So what I'm going to do with the help of GC2 HMT here, I'm going to hit some strikes on purpose if I can off the toe of the club with both clubs. So we're just going to have a look at the numbers and see if the ball speed changes, the distance changes, the shot direction changes, and maybe just see, you know, if does this cavity back iron produce more help than this bladed iron. Okay, I'm just going to set the machine up and then we'll come back shortly. Okay, so we're going to start with the cavity back iron. This is the Mizuno JPX 850 iron. So as best I can, I'm going to hit some off the toe if I can. We'll use HMT just to show us where that strike pattern is. Okay, that felt very toe. Okay, now I've got the Mizuno MP5, the full-out bladed iron, which is, as I said earlier, an absolute beautiful looking golf club, forged head. As I sit that down behind the golf ball, it's definitely a lot smaller. It's a very slim top line, obviously a lot compact from heel to toe of the face. So when I frame that behind the golf ball, it's small. It's a very small appearance. Okay, so just going to make a few swings here. Just going to hit one off the, as best I can, off the toe of the club. I've hit one with the cavity back iron, which went quite well. Let's have a go. Okay, that was a little bit lower, but felt very toe again. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're just going to have a little look at the data on the HMT and see the differences. Okay guys, so as you can see the two flights there, so the red flight is the cavity back JPX 850, the big headed game improvement iron. The yellow flight was the bladed MP5. So let's have a look at the two shots here. So obviously two lines here. The red is the cavity back, yellow is the blade. So straight away you can see ball speed there. So the cavity back was 130. You see the club head speed is very, very similar, but there's a big drop off on ball speed there. So definitely with the bladed iron, I've lost some ball speed, 4 miles an hour approximately. Looking at launch was quite similar. Spin was very similar. A little bit of difference on the shape of the shot. So the cavity back iron just had a little bit of fade. The blade iron actually drew off from a toe strike, but again, that's maybe a bit more of how I've delivered the club to the golf ball, the path, the face angle to the path, etc. So looking at the distance here, this is carry, so we're 189, 182. So definitely lost a bit of yardage there, a bit of ball speed, but probably overrides more of that was the actual feel that I felt through my hands as I was striking the golf ball. The cavity back iron, obviously I knew I'd hit it off the toe, but it felt more solid than the blade iron. The blade iron had definitely got more of a vibration up the club into the grip, into my hands. It felt a lot what's the word, like a slappier sort of strike in a way, very like twisting in the head. It didn't feel anywhere near as good, and obviously the performance there isn't as good. Let's just have a look at the strikes there. So this was a cavity back iron, so you can see there, definitely hit it off the toe, which was giving me a sort of ball speed of around the sort of 130 mark. Okay, again there's the strike pattern there on the toe. If we have a look at the bladed one, okay, again you can see definitely in that toe of the golf club, and we look at the ball speed there, you can see that 4 mile an hour drop off on ball speed, but very similar on the club head speed, which is what I wanted. I want to try and give two swings that were the same speed on club head, but obviously you can definitely see the difference of the ball speed there. So quite an interesting little test there between a game improvement iron to more of what we call a low handicap, a better player iron, the full sort of bladed club. So obviously Mizuno do offer a lot of different models and head shape sizes in between these two. That's one extreme to the other extreme. There's a lot in the sort of middle to fill the gaps. So there's a lot of choice in terms of how you want the club to look, sat behind the ball. The feel of the golf club is another big factor when you sort of come to choose new set of irons. But also, you know, using HM2, we can see your strike pattern and the way you strike the golf ball might just edge you into something that you need a little bit more help with. So as you can see there, performance-wise, you are getting more help with the cavity back iron. Okay, so I hope this was of use to you. If you do want to obviously come and try some on the studio on the HM2 GC2, you're more than welcome. Hope you liked the video. Please subscribe, and we'll see you all very soon.